thanking anybody that's watching. We're here in Little Rock. Just gonna do some stuff on my computer real quick, and then we can head over to probably drive like an hour east and wait, see what this line does. It's pretty early in the morning. There's not a lot of moisture right now, so we did see a tornado a few hours ago, like at 5 in the morning. Southwest of Little Rock, and one in Texas last night. That was pretty strong. currently on I-40 headed east towards Memphis. We had a tornado this morning at about 5 in the morning, about an hour southwest of Little Rock. And we also had a tornado about 3 in the morning, just north of Shreveport, Texas. Kind of like where Texas and Arkansas and Louisiana all come together. Waiting to see if any of these storms can, this big line of storms, get any spin up tornadoes along the line, or any little cells out in front of the line potentially. Looks like this line's going to intensify as it makes its way towards the Mississippi River at between 10 a.m. till noon. So that's where we're going to head to. We're going to head over to maybe like Helena, Arkansas or something. Maybe Forest City area. And we're going to wait and see where the best chance for a tornado is. It's pretty low end today. The Storm Prediction Center did have a 2% risk for a while, but they removed it last night. I'm not sure if they'll add it back in the morning update today. They should have an update soon, so I can tell you guys. Anybody who's up and watching already. Watching right now. Thank you for joining me early in the morning, 7:20 a.m. here in Little Rocks, in the Little Rock area. Gonna have possibility for some brief tornadoes along this QLCS over the next few hours, especially towards lunchtime as the line makes its way into Mississippi. So we're gonna head over to the Mississippi River area and see if we can catch any brief tornadoes. Might spin up. Damaging wind gusts are possible too. Might see a little bit of hail, but it's going to be very small pea size or smaller probably. Not very much risk for that. The biggest risk for today over the next 3 to 4 hours from eastern Arkansas is going to be damaging wind gusts anywhere from 40 to 60 miles per hour for the low to high end probably, as this line makes its way to the southeast. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the stream so we can jump on that algorithm. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, if you live in eastern Arkansas and you want to know about your town and what you might see today, please let me know in the chat below and I'll be glad to answer your questions. We are currently on I-40 headed towards Memphis. Going to set up somewhere in the Forest City to Helena, West Helena, Arkansas area, and then wait for these storms to propagate their way over to us. You can also follow my live stream on the Radar Mega app. If you don't have the app, there's a link in the description to download for iOS and Android platforms. You can track my stream directly on the app. We have a new update, so if you go on there, there should be a little icon that says Show Storm Chasers, and you click that, and then you can see all the chasers are out today. I know I'm out today for probably till noon after this line goes to Mississippi, and then I don't know if we have any other chasers in Arkansas, but we may have some chasers up. There's a 5% tornado risk for Ohio and parts of Pennsylvania. Let's see how that plays out too. That'll be interesting. My family's from Ohio, so I'm gonna probably text and let them know about the tornado risk today. I-40 headed to Forest City first. There's still a tornado watch in place, but it expires at 8 a.m. in 40 minutes. Once we get to Forest City, we'll just kind of hang out. Looks like we might get like a little Boeing segment to the north I-40. Good. I'm not sure for Android. I'm pretty sure it's the same price. It's $8.99 to download the app, so it's $9. But you don't have to get a subscription. Like, you just download the app, you pay $9 for it, and then you can just use it. If you wanted premium features, you have to pay monthly. Like, I think the first subscription level is like $2 a month, $1.99 up, and then there's a couple other options. But just download. It's just like Radar Scope and some of the other apps. I think it's actually $1 cheaper than Radar Scope. It's $8.99 to download Radar Omega on iOS. And once you download it, if you have iCloud, you can download it on your MacBook and your tablets and your iPad for free. Like, you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it again. Put it on your iPad as well. So yeah, that charge is just $8.99, I think. Hello, Ryan. Appreciate you joining me this morning. Headed over to Forest City, Arkansas, where we're going to get set up for today. It's still pretty early in the morning. This long line of storms that's headed through central Arkansas right now will intensify as we get a little bit more moisture and heating over the next few hours. And as it makes its way towards the Mississippi River, we may have a chance of some brief spin-up tornadoes. And some damaging wind gusts are going to be the primary threats. The chance we see a tornado today is pretty low. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few tornadoes, but we already had one a few hours ago to the southwest of Little Rock about 5 in the morning, and that tornado actually caused some damage and destroyed a mobile home, is what I'm hearing from reports. There was also another pretty strong tornado in Texas at like 3 in the morning. know. I heard all about that from the guys that used to work at Radar Omega. The Radar Omega subscriptions are pretty good. I get mine for free, but it's definitely worth it. For anyone else that's watching and you don't have the Radar Omega app, I have a link in the description to download on Android and iOS platforms. We just came out with a new update and new features, including a storm chaser feature where you can either turn on or turn off the locations of all the chasers and their live streams. When you download the app or start it, it's going to be turned off. So if you want to watch the stream on Radar Omega, you have to go onto the icon in the left corner that says Show Chasers and flip it to on. That's so you can see my stream. You can see my location on I-40 right now and watch the same stream you're watching here on YouTube as well. If you're interested, we are near Carlisle, Arkansas right now on I-40, headed east. way farther away from the bed surface moisture, but the cells and part of the line that's just making its way south of Little Rock right now is a lot stronger than the stuff that's in Little Rock. Let's see if that trend continues or not. So may have to drop south. I appreciate everyone who's watching. This early in the morning, it's 7:34 here in eastern Arkansas. We are headed east on I-40, trying to get into position today for potential tornadoes along a long line of storms in eastern Arkansas and northwestern Mississippi, potentially in a few hours. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy storm chasing and other weather content, please hit that subscribe button, like the stream. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can drop them in the chat and I'll be glad to answer them. Today's looking, there's some severe threat here in Arkansas, but it's pretty low end. Slight risk for damaging winds and maybe some isolated tornadoes. Everyone for watching here in eastern Arkansas. Time is 7:38 in the morning. No tornado warnings currently. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts up in northeastern Arkansas. Just passing through Cave City and Batesville. Flash flood warning, Hot Springs to Murfreesboro. A lot of rain overnight. everyone who's watching so far. We're about to drop south. I'm going to stop at this Loves real quick to look at something on my computer and look at some meso analysis, and we get to talk about that as well. Probably going to drop south. Helena, West Helena is going to be my eventual target along the Mississippi River, but we're going to drop south to Stuttgart, Arkansas, because it looks like the line to the part of the line that's south of Little Rock seems a lot stronger, and that will continue to make its way east-southeast over the next few hours, and the better moisture will also be to the south, and the wind shear looks okay. There's some good photographs in Mississippi right now. See how they improve with time, but anything from the lower level jet's going to be a little bit south of here, south of east. So we are going to get some spin ups on this line. It looks like it's going to be mostly to the south of I-40, and then any segments in the line that start to bow, which we've seen up a little bit to the north already, is going to have a higher chance for damaging wind gusts where that one severe thunderstorm warning is currently. And then the HRRR was hinting at a bowing segment near Memphis and up. I don't know which highway that is. That goes from Memphis to Bartlesville. That's not 55. It goes from Memphis to Jackson, Mississippi. I mean, you can't really trust what the HRRR shows because it's not right a lot of the time. We'll just have to see how it pans out. If the Wi-Fi works this far away from the building. Yeah, Dylan Motley is Radar Omega. So is CJ. And I don't know. I don't know any of those other chasers that you mentioned. Are you talking about Russellville, Arkansas? Ooh, my Wi-Fi does work. My Love's Wi-Fi, even though I'm 50 yards from the building. That's good. Alabama, Russellville, Alabama. You should be fine. I don't see. I'll have to look. I think the line of storms is going to make its way into Alabama. I wonder. Let's see if the SPC had updated today's forecast yet. They usually do it like 7 in the morning. They updated 40 minutes ago. They extended the 2% risk, yeah, all the way down. The far, like Florence, Alabama has a 2% tornado risk, but Russellville is right on the edge of the 15% wind. There is a chance of significant intensity level SIG-1. That's the new SPC intensity update. For Texas, if you live in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, you may see hailstones 2 inches or larger with some supercells later on today. But yeah, they added the 2% back. They added the 2% tornado risk back for southeastern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, up into the Ohio River Valley, and then there's a 5% risk, including the possibility of EF2 plus tornadoes for eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania, places like Wheeling, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, if you live in those areas. Yeah, if you live in Alabama, you'll probably see some storms later, but it's not. They're going to be marginally severe. Let's see what the latest HRY shows. I actually got to use the bathroom because I chugged the whole water bottle before I got in my car earlier. I feel like walking in the rain though. I know. Yeah, Louisiana should be fine. Can't really trust me. I'm gonna look at surface analysis here. We'll head out here in 1 second if this thing will load. There's just a massive special weather statement. 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Let's see. I gotta go back to Little Rock too, because I gotta work tonight. But I don't have to be at work till like 4 o'clock. Let's see what's going on here. There's some surface-based cape in southern Arkansas, 1,500 joules. Southeastern Arkansas, I mean. It's a decent-looking environment. Let's see what else we got. How's surface vorticity, 3 cape. Not too bad. The composite tornado indices like southern Arkansas, but I mean, there's nothing going on right now. Visible satellite. A little bit of clearing in southern Arkansas. 71 over 68. Temperature dew point. It's only 7. It's not even 8 a.m. yet, so got plenty of time to get a little bit of destabilization. Yeah, Louisiana should be fine. We might get some storms. I think that the 2% tornado risk extends all the way to just a little bit on the inside of Louisiana, like right along southern Arkansas. But the chance of seeing a tornado is pretty low today across Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky. There's a little bit higher of a chance up in Pennsylvania and in Ohio. I haven't really looked. I saw that last night before I went to bed, and I was kind of surprised. But I really haven't looked at the environment that's going to be up there. So, I mean, there was a violent tornado in Michigan yesterday. Probably high-end EF3 at least. So, there's definitely a possibility of strong tornadoes in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Wouldn't surprise me to see one, but I could take a look at that later too. See what Base Triple R is showing and what the RAF is showing, maybe NAM, whatever model you feel like using. And I appreciate everyone that's watching right now. We're headed to Stuttgart, Arkansas at the current moment. Gonna see what this line of storm does is line of storms do as they make their way to the southeast. Looks like there's a decent amount of cape and some decent wind shear in southeastern Arkansas, so I think that's kind of my target. I was going to target Helena, West Helena, along the Mississippi River, which is still a possibility. I might head in that direction, but that's kind of the farthest north I'll go. I have to see how this pans out over the next few hours. But it looks like the line of storms will be making its way east-southeast towards the Mississippi River around 10 a.m. to noon. Looks like the highest threat potentially for spin-up tornadoes along the line for southeastern Arkansas and parts of Mississippi as well, and far southern Tennessee, Memphis area. Interested in watching my live stream on the Radar Omega app, I have a link in the description to download the app on iOS and Android platforms. If you already have the app and you have it updated, you can see that there is a new icon in the toolbar that says Show Chasers, and you have to switch that on to see my location and to see the locations of anybody that will be chasing today. I think we'll have a couple of other chasers out in Arkansas and maybe a few in Pennsylvania and in Ohio. I'm not sure yet. Some of the other chasers we're talking about chasing today, so, but that was last night. Alright, where am I now? How do I get south? 63 is that way, okay. About 20 miles from Stuttgart. Stuttgart? Did I pronounce it? A little bit of sunlight to my east. Hopefully, if you get a little bit more storm juice, more cape, if we get a little bit of sunlight in southeastern Arkansas. for a little while longer, and then see what these storms are doing, and then we could also head down to DeWitt, Arkansas as well. DeWitt had a pretty decent tornado last year on April 2nd. I was chasing April 2nd. I ended up in Lake City and Monette, the big violent wedge that was there. I saw that tornado. If you're interested in following me on X, I also have an account that I post a lot of videos on and forecast updates and stuff. My handle name's the same as it is for YouTube's C. Palermo storms. And you can see that Lake City Monette tornado video pinned in my tweets at the top of my profile. It's still early, but the line's looking a little bit more anemic than it showed on some of the models. So we'll have to pay attention to that. This line of storms is apparently moving 60 miles per hour, which is pretty fast. I did not get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm pretty exhausted, can't lie. When we get to Stuttgart, I will talk about the severe thunderstorm watch that they just issued. Storm Prediction Center 5 minutes ago. I can't read it while I'm driving, obviously. Are there any other chasers online right now? No, just me. honestly, I don't know what's going on with my stream, but I appreciate everyone watching right now. We're about to be in Stuttgart. Stuttgart, Arkansas here shortly. Hello, Sophia. Thanks for joining, and Michael, thank you for joining as well. I'm a few miles outside of Stuttgart, Arkansas. We're gonna stop in town for a little bit and wait to see where this line of storm starts to move. I appreciate everyone for watching today. We have a low-end threat for some spin-up tornadoes along a line of storms called a QLCS. And we also have a slight risk for damaging wind gusts across southeastern Arkansas and northern Mississippi, southern Tennessee. That. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. If anybody's watching who isn't a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna have a couple more chases this week. You can also view my live stream on Radar Omega if you don't have the app. There's a link in the description to download. But I am live on YouTube and Radar Omega quite often. You'll see my live streams on Max Velocity's channel as well. Whenever he's live, he may go live today if we have a more significant threat for tornadoes later on this evening, especially in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Man, this road is not built very well. It's flooding a little bit. Yep, there's the Arkansas County line. It's the state sign. Yeah, I just drove through Hazen 15 minutes ago. And now we're almost in Stuttgart, and we're gonna stop here for a little bit and see what this line is gonna do south of Little Rock. Looks like the highest Cape values are in southeastern Arkansas with some decent shear, some decent low-level shear, especially. Not seeing too many breaks in the clouds yet. There's a little bit of clearing in really, really far southern Arkansas and parts of Louisiana. Temperatures at 68 degrees here. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. It's 8:16 Central Standard Time here in Arkansas. be in Little Rock this weekend. I actually have to work tonight at 4 p.m. and then tomorrow. If you guys have any suggestions, I've been to Little Rock a few times. If you guys have any suggestions for good food or anything, please let me know in the chat if you're from Arkansas. Is there anything I need to see before I leave on Monday? And we should be storm chasing Tuesday and Wednesday as well, so I'll have live streams for that. If anyone's interested. I don't know where I'm going to target yet Tuesday. Looks like Texas looks pretty solid, but anywhere from Texas to Indiana is going to have severe weather on Tuesday most likely at this point, and Wednesday as well. Oh, big lightning bolt off to the left. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not. But yeah, we're going to stop here and find a gas station, stop at for a second, and then I'll go over the severe thunderstorm watch that was just issued 20 minutes ago and look at the latest HRRR. And mesoanalysis probably hasn't updated since the last time I looked at it. It updates like once an hour. Actually a decent threat for some strong tornadoes even up into New York. Forecasting mistakes. Why is it called the rice capital of the world? It's interesting. Appreciate everyone who's tuning in today. We are here in Stuttgart, Arkansas. I have to use the restroom again, which is crazy. I stop at this gas station for a few minutes. I'll go to the bathroom. Then we can talk about the forecast and everything else too. Severe thunderstorm watch valid till 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, includes most of all of eastern Arkansas, the Boot Hill of Missouri, western Tennessee, and parts of northern Mississippi. There's a moderate chance for severe wind gusts. The hail threat is low, tornado threat low. Significant tornado threat is very low. Primary threats include scattered, damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour possible, isolated large hail to an inch in diameter, quarter-sized hail basically, and then a tornado too is also possible. Basically, for the most part, it's going to be damaging wind gusts and maybe a few brief spin-up tornadoes along the line. Especially in southeastern Arkansas, maybe northern Mississippi. Let's see if mesoanalysis updated. Probably didn't, but I think I looked at it like 30 minutes ago, so, but no, it did update. It's pretty strong photographs. Like, there's definitely a lot of low-level shear. There is a bit of a warm nose at 850 millibars apparently that they're picking up on. Don't know how much I believe that, but let's look at the HRRR, 13Z HRRR. Still likes right along the Mississippi River. I scratched my cornea a couple days ago too. It doesn't feel too great. My right eye is a little. Yeah, the HRRR is still thinking it's like 7 in the morning, so it's hard to decipher if that's going to be accurate or not. No. Maybe the moisture pulling along the river will add a little bit of strength to some of these storms. Because these storms seem to, on the HRRR at least, the storms seem to intensify as they make their way across the Mississippi River from northern Mississippi up into the Boot Hill, Missouri, Kentucky, southern Illinois area. We'll probably see sporadic tornado warnings and maybe a few spin ups anywhere along the Mississippi River. Might have some little tiny kinks in the line. It's hard to tell. Looks like there's a little bit of circulations along that line that's to my northwest that's moving towards me. Appreciate you joining me today from Maryland. I used to live in Maryland, actually. I lived in Gaithersburg along I-70, Gaithersburg, Mount Airy, to the west of Baltimore. I lived there for a year at a job after I got out of grad school. And then I moved back to Indiana in 2025. Alright, well, we're going to stay here for a while. I want to see if these circulations do anything, but we're going to go back to the Casey's that I drove by. Oh, it's raining. So we could see, you can't see through this town, but look pretty open over there. We can see what's going on. Probably see some lightning bolts too. just south of Carlisle. Looks like there might be a little circulation forming. There's a ton of lightning in there. There's the thunder. How's it going? Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Appreciate everyone watching this morning here in southeastern Arkansas. If you guys are not subscribers, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the stream if you can. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns for me, please drop them in the chat. I'd love to answer them. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Waiting to see if these little, looks like that is legitimate, but see if we can get a brief spin up tornado. I'm trying to figure out, I need to stay ahead of this line because this is the best chance for tornadoes, but my stream loves to just end on its own if I get into too bad of cell phone service. Messed up. I got something in my eye yesterday and scratched my a corneal abrasion is what the doctor said. Close to the river, actually. It's not that far away from here. How far are we now? I can't believe it's so early, too. It's only 8:42. guess we'll go down to DeWitt. Want to stay ahead of this. It's moving directly southeast. Appears. Wait to see if get any tornado warnings. A little big lightning to my left. Can't see it on the stream, but that was a big bolt. Got a little bit more. Got less rain showers to the south too. That's the other problem. If this line didn't have all this rain and it had some blue sky ahead of it, probably get some decent shelf cloud action, but it's just very messy right now. Thank you everyone for joining in today. Here in Stuttgart, Arkansas, about to head southeast to DeWitt to stay ahead of this line of storms. We had a couple of really brief circulations along this kind of stronger line to my northeast, or to my northwest, I mean. So that's what we're kind of looking at. The rest of the line doesn't look very strong at the moment, and we'll have to see if it picks up at all over the next couple hours. But we need to stay ahead of the line for now, and eventually make our way over towards the Mississippi River area. Stop just for a second. Looks like that little circulation is kind of coming back. I don't know. It could be pretty contaminated too. Might not be anything. Stop here for a second. If I get out of the rain, I might be able to see it. There's something there. Alright, what kind of light is this? Yeah, this is the strangest thing ever. That was super weird. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. We're about to see if we can see the circulation that may or may not be forming. About to find out here in a second. That looks a little weaker now. I guess we'll still see what this line looks like once we get out of this rain for a second. See if there's a shelf cloud or something. This is where the line's gonna be at. This thing's actually getting some structure on it. Definitely getting the circulation right here. Look at that uprising motion. Clouds here going left. I can see a couple of like little circulations on this line. Ooh, big bolt. I'm in Stuttgart, Arkansas, and there is a developing kind of like bow echo QLCS. This is the strong part of the QLCS right here. There's some weak attempts at some little circulations along the line. You can see it on radar. Every once in a while they get a little bit stronger, and I definitely saw some rising motion there and a little bit of spin, but we may see a few brief tornadoes. We'll have to see. I think we'll definitely have a few along this line, anywhere from southeastern Arkansas all the way up to wherever the Mississippi River goes up to, like Kentucky, Illinois. This thing's it's trying to put out a little bit of circulation. That was close. Wow. It's definitely intensifying a lot. Nothing definitive though. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. If you haven't liked the stream, go ahead and drop a like so we can jump. Oh wow, big lightning out there. I think I caught that one. Yeah, this thing's getting pretty intense. I like it. I like what I'm seeing out of this. Let's see. Still not seeing anything definitive as far as. It actually looks a little bit. Circulation's got weaker. Everyone who's watching, all my new subscribers. We will be chasing Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Looks like we'll have severe threats all the way from Texas to Indiana, and then Louisiana to even Ohio, Pennsylvania on Wednesday. Something trying to form behind me. This thing's moving 60 miles per hour, so it's kind of hard to stay out. So. don't know if today's gonna be the day or not. Kind of a weird transition here on the radar. Looks like that Boeing segment really died out. I have a walkout right here. Some scud up there. About to start pouring out right here. There was a tornado north of Shreveport, northwest of Shreveport in Texas, not that far, maybe like an hour away at 3 in the morning. And then we had a tornado southwest of Little Rock this morning at like 5 a.m. too, but I don't think it got hit too badly. Oh yeah, big time. Rocking the car. I got 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts right now. getting pounded right now. Ooh, big bolt to my right. Hey Patrick, nice to see you. What part of Ohio do you live in? Because if you live in the eastern part of Ohio, you actually have a 5% tornado risk tonight. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go back into town and then see if we want to drop south. This part of the line's past us now. We're not going to catch back up to it. But I don't think there's really that high of a chance of tornadoes now. I see a lot of lightning though. You can get some good lightning video. Completely flooded already. probably going to see some flash flooding. We have a flash flooding discussion, precipitation discussion, so definitely a lot of flooding in the fields already. This is awesome flooding. A lot of flooding left. Golf course is flooded here. Stop here again for a second, probably drop south out of this rain and see if this next batch of storms can do anything. Maybe get some more lightning shots if we can. I also am going to stop and download some pictures I took. Patrick. Yeah, if you're, we might see some supercells along Lake Erie up into New York even, with potentially strong tornadoes. Hello guys, where am I in Arkansas? I am in Stuttgart, Arkansas right now. It's a little bit south of I-40, to the east of Little Rock. Appreciate it. I'm not sure. We're probably not going to see a tornado today in Arkansas. There's a possibility that there might be warnings, but I don't know. I just don't think it has it in it today. It doesn't look too crazy right now. The storms look pretty anemic. I gotta get some more. Let me see if I can. It's hard to tell on this camera because the video, the screen's so small. I think we had like a legit rotation of this storm earlier. Yeah, I was almost going to go to Forest City earlier, but I dropped south because it looked like the strongest part of the line was going to be south of there, which it was. Got some good shelf cloud action here. What state am I in? I am in Arkansas. I am currently in Stuttgart, Arkansas. We're going to head out here in a second. I just need to put some content out on X, or Twitter, it used to be called. I'm trying to download some videos onto my tablet from my camera, which takes forever with these Sony cameras for some reason. A 30-second video takes like 5 minutes to download. We're probably gonna head south here in a little bit to DeWitt so we can get out of the rain and then see if this storms a little bit back to the east do anything, or back to the west. Alright. I'm thinking probably not. There's some severe thunderstorm warnings up near Blytheville and Memphis, northern Memphis. There's some small circulations in the line, kind of like how we had earlier, but it takes a lot for those to produce tornadoes, and if they do, they're pretty weak usually. Temperatures dropped down to 58 degrees too. I'll look at the chat in 1 second. I'm putting out some content on X. If you want to follow me on X, my username is the same as my YouTube account. It is Carmen Palermo Storms. I like to put out videos from chases and weather content and forecast stuff. Head out of here in a second. I was just in Stuttgart. Now I'm headed to DeWitt, or I don't know if I'll go all the way to DeWitt. I just want to get, I can see the edge of the Shelftop way back there. I just want to get it in, I want to get out of the rain for a second. See if we can see some lightning or something, or some more structure. It doesn't look like any of these storms are going to be tornadic at all. definitely have some big time flooding here in the fields and stuff. See anything now. The storms look pretty weak. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you to all my viewers from Arkansas and around the country. Today wasn't very high end. We have not seen a tornado warning since we had a tornado southwest of Little Rock this morning at 5 in the morning. We had a couple of brief circulations on the live stream earlier, I think. Saw some rotation. It was pretty weak. Never really anything close. On radar, it looked pretty weak too. For a second, and then once we get past these kind of weak shelf cloud, it's going to start pouring down rain again. You can see what we got going on. Tons of lightning. Flash flood's going to be an issue for sure. Currently we have one severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and less than quarter-inch size hail, and that is north of Memphis. That should be allowed to expire. severe out by Humphrey and it's picking up some lightning. Maybe we'll get some good lightning shots. But the storms close to Little Rock are not. There's not as much electricity with those storms. It's cooled off quite significantly too. It was 70 degrees when I left my hotel this morning, and now it's 58 degrees. I think I only slept like 4 hours last night. I'm pretty tired. I appreciate everyone tuning in today. We're having a great stream today. Lots of viewers. Lots of new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. We will be chasing most likely on Tuesday and Wednesday, or maybe just Tuesday. We'll have to see how it goes. Where I decide to chase at, I'm trying to figure it out. It looks like Texas has a pretty good chance of severe weather, but the Storm Prediction Center has a severe probability for all the way from San Antonio up to where I live in Indiana. Illinois doesn't look too bad. I love chasing Illinois. So we'll have to see. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stay down here and chase in Texas. Just stay here for the next 2 days and then chase on Tuesday in Texas and Wednesday. Or if I go home and chase in Illinois just one day. Not sure yet. I'll be right back, guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I'll answer them when I get back in the car. Thank you, guys. appreciate you guys. Is there a tornado warning? Oh, there is one. Wow. Up by Memphis. Yeah. Let's see what's going on up there. Yeah, it does look like there's some circulations. Let's go back and see if it was stronger from before. It looked decently strong. I don't see a debris signature or anything. There's a couple of circulations in the line there. Yeah, the line is significantly weaker in Arkansas. Let me look at mesoanalysis and see what the environment looks like in that part of Tennessee. Yeah, the thermals are terrible here, where I'm at. It's not much better there. There's a little bit of a warm nose for some reason. Ooh, huge bolt off to the right. Wow, that was loud. Okay. Not cool. Let's see if we can find some bolts, I guess. The storms that are around us, the last ones that are going to produce anything. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I didn't sleep very much. I woke up at 5, went to bed at midnight, so barely 5 hours. Probably a little bit less than that, because I think I woke up in the middle of the night. Such a strange light to have a flashing light like this. On a busy street. by Cheryl has a lot more lightning on it. So wait to see that one move east a little bit. See if we can get some bolts. There's a little bit of clear air between these storms, so the rain should stop for a while. Can sit around and see if we get any actual flash flooding. There's some flooding in some fields, but that's not uncommon, especially in the spring when everything's wet already. Yeah, I don't sleep very well. I travel a lot. I travel for my job. I travel for storm chasing. So I'm always in hotel rooms, different hotel beds, different pillows. I have a tough time sleeping. I really just need to bring a pillow with me when I travel. My pillow from home probably help. I always forget it. Half the time I forget to bring it. Flooding on the sidewalk. Flash flooding is a big deal today across central and southeastern Arkansas. We are not near the tornado warning. That is up closer to Memphis. North of Memphis, actually north of Millington too. We are near Stuttgart in southeastern Arkansas. We're about an hour from Memphis, where that tornado warning is. Over 300 viewers right now. That's awesome. I love all you guys for joining me this early on a Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We had a couple of brief circulations move through this area earlier. Not really close to producing tornadoes, but there was some broad rotation, some little funnel attempts maybe. There's some good shelf cloud action. I have posted all of that on my Twitter account. If you want, you can look at Twitter and see all of my stuff. I post all my live stream stuff on there. I post weather content and forecast updates and everything. My username is the same as my YouTube account, C Palermo Storms, Carmen Palermo Storms. As far as streaming goes, we will have another stream on Tuesday, most likely somewhere. Could be in Texas, could be in Illinois. I don't know what the best setup looks. Haven't looked at the models yet to decide where the best tornado setup's going to be. You can also follow my live stream on the Radar Omega app. If you don't have the app, I have a link in the description of this live stream for downloading it on Android and iOS platforms. If you have the app already, we have a new update that just came out, and in the toolbar there's a new section that says show chasers, and you have to flip that on to see my location. You can see my location and this live stream on the app in Stuttgart right now. We have a new tornado warning that is just south of Mayfield, Kentucky. Let's see what that looks like. Pretty big circulation, but it's very broad. We're probably not producing a tornado, maybe a weak one. Certainly looks better than anything we've seen down here so far this week, or this week today. Just radar indicator. Let's go back to the one north of Memphis. It's pretty close to the radar site. Those circulations are pretty weak. It's probably going to get, especially since it's so close to the radar. If there's a tornado, it actually gets stronger as it gets closer to the radar. That will probably get removed. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for most of Memphis, the Memphis metro area, including downtown. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, main hazard. Not really any circulations further south along the Mississippi River down to Helena. Looks like the strongest part of the storm is near Memphis. Probably got an amazing looking shelf cloud out there right now. Yeah, pretty anemic here. We have flash flood warnings for Dallas and Garland in some areas in the DFW Metroplex. And then we also have the flash flood warning that was in effect earlier as well for the Hot Springs area down to Murfreesboro, Glenwood, Daisy, Arkansas. Wouldn't be surprised to see a flash flood warning later for Little Rock as well. There's a ton of rain still. It's a ton of stratiform rain that's making its way to the east. Sirens in Lakeland. Hello from Columbus. Appreciate you joining. Murray, Tennessee. Have to look at that. Okay, they might have sounded the sirens just for the severe thunderstorm warning. Not, they do that sometimes. I don't know where Murray, Tennessee is, unless you mean Murray, Kentucky. I mean, that was spelled wrong. Or you meant Murray, Kentucky, because that's right in the path of this. Still, the circulation south of Mayfield, Kentucky looks pretty broad at the moment. Circulations near Memphis are still pretty weak too. Not seeing anything definitive. Strange. I think we're gonna head over to Pine Bluff. Yes, West Tennessee is under the risk for tornadoes. There's a tornado warning there. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and support from you guys today. Both of the tornado warnings are still radar indicated and not really showing any signs of definite tornado genesis or anything like that. I'm not seeing anything at the moment that makes me concerned. But you should still stay sheltered, obviously, if there's a tornado warning, even if there's a severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts can knock off limbs from trees and even rip roofs off of really unconstructed, some weak structures. Even, I don't know about today, but severe thunderstorm wind gusts can even knock over mobile homes when they get into the 80 to 100 mile per hour range, which is not really on the table for today. I think the max wind intensity is 70 miles per hour for the severe thunderstorm warning that was just put out about an hour ago for Tennessee and Arkansas and other places, Kentucky, Mississippi. We'll probably see a tornado watch for Ohio and Pennsylvania and parts of New York later on this afternoon. Appreciate that. There's not really anything going on today. I'm not concerned about anything. It's not like a high-end severe day where you got to be careful and mindful of what you're doing all the time. The only thing that concerns me right now is making sure that everybody else knows how to drive right and they don't crash into me because it's raining. That's the most dangerous part of storm chasing, is dealing with other drivers and being on the road a lot. It's not the tornadoes, it's not the hail or the lightning, it's the driving part. Because it could be taxing on yourself, and you got to worry about other people that may not be the best drivers. the service out here isn't the greatest, so the live stream's gonna go in and out sometimes. And then I'm not gonna be near any tornadoes that can pick my car up, especially since I drive a 6,000-ton SUV. I doubt we even. I mean, the line of storms is almost all the way through Arkansas already, so we're probably not going to see any tornadoes in Arkansas, except for the one we had this morning at 5 a.m. near Wellington. But we'll probably see some tornado warnings and maybe a few tornadoes in Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York, especially in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Still have my whole family's from Ohio. My parents are both from Ohio. So I kind of wish I was up there chasing, but I have to work. So I got to be in Little Rock for work in a few hours if I can. Couldn't chase up there in Ohio. What, does the Kentucky storm look better now? I'll look at it in a second. Circulation was big and broad, so it probably wasn't producing the tornadoes, but maybe that's changed. I don't know. I can't tell you while I'm driving. I gotta wait. I'm almost in Humphrey, Arkansas, so we can stop here for a second, and I'll look at the radar again, see if there's any new circulations anywhere. Humphrey, Arkansas. We'll stop here for a second and then I'll look at radar again and some other data to talk about what's going on. That circulation that was by the one that was tornado warned looks to have dissipated, but there's another circulation to the north of that one. That's a little. Oh wow. Okay, that one's gonna get warned. That's the best looking one I've seen today so far. Just south of Hardin. And there's also another circulation just to the west of Murray. If you live in Hardin, if you live to the east of Hardin, please be in your shelter. This tornado is going to be moving to the northeast if it is down. Let's see if there's any CC correlation coefficient drop. I can't really tell. Doesn't look anything definitive, but it's the best looking radar signature I've seen so far today. Doesn't mean that there's a tornado on the ground, but definitely intensified that last scan, so pay attention to that if you're watching from Western Kentucky. Let's see what we're doing here. Starting to rain a little bit harder again. Decent circulation on that storm, just to the south of Hardin, Kentucky. I don't see a CC drop. Hello, Pitbull Dad 22. I'm also from Indiana, Central Indiana. I live in Martinsville, Indiana, if you know where that's at. I'm sure you do know where it's at. Currently, I'm in Humphrey, Arkansas, just to the northeast of Pine Bluff, about 25 minutes away from Pine Bluff. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in today for this low-end severe threat here in Arkansas. We will be chasing on Tuesday and Wednesday as well, probably. Looks like we got some severe threats for most of the southeast part of the plains and part of the Midwest as well. You can catch my live stream on Max Velocity's channel as well. He will be going live maybe this afternoon if we get a lot of tornado warnings out in Ohio and Pennsylvania, where we have a higher risk for tornadoes, and even some strong tornadoes are possible. You could also catch this live stream on the Radar Mega app. you don't have the app, I have a link in the description to download it onto Android and iOS. Tomorrow there's not really, tomorrow and Monday there's marginal severe threats for tomorrow in North Carolina, and then Monday back in Arkansas again. But it's just going to be for gusty winds and regular storms, at least at this point. Tuesday and Wednesday could be a little bit more. Might have an all hazards threat with tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds. But I haven't really taken a look at that forecast yet. But when I decide what I'm going to do, I'll make a post about it and you guys can see that. I'll put that out there. I'm trying to decide if I want to stay down here and chase in Texas, or if I just go home and chase in the Midwest on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll have to take a look. I'm going to look at the models today and tomorrow. Make a decision before I leave. Continue south to the next couple of towns. That's where a lot of the lightning is showing up on radar right now. tornado warnings have been canceled. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for most of southwestern Tennessee for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 3/4 inch hail, and then there's also a tornado possible tag on there, which they will do sometimes if they don't want to issue tornado warnings, because there's a possibility that there might be a brief spin up, but it would be pretty quick. Certainly know what the warm front can do. Period. I'll be there. Why does this not listen to me? Warm. Warm. Front. Can do. Period. I'll be there. If you have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag in a highly populated area, the sirens are going to go off.